Every country on earth at the moment is reforming public education.
Welcome back.
Enjoy the summer somewhat, relax, and come back ready to rock and roll for this year. We have a lot in store for this year as we move forward. Today we're going to talk a little bit about where we left off at the end of the year with the June 2nd and 3rd.
How do we educate our children to take their place in the economies of the 21st century?
In a nutshell, we're going to be giving student expectations, some teacher expectations, and some administrator expectations so that we all kind of know what it is we need to accomplish this year.
The problem is that the current system of education was designed and conceived and structured for a different age.
So the question becomes, what do we do and what changes do we make in order for parents to be attracted to the product that we're putting out?
They're being besieged with information and calls for their attention from every platform, computers, from iPhones, from advertising holdings, from hundreds of television channels.
Don't be afraid to try new things. And it's going to be different for every department. We all have different demands, but it's just the essence of change that has to begin occurring. Because again, we're in a marketplace, we have to compete. Incumbent upon me and the other instructional coaches to encourage you to begin some changes in the classroom. We started that this summer with a demonstration of what the flipped classroom will do. I'll talk a little bit about that later on, Jennifer and I will, because we both tried it last year and we had some really interesting experiences. The foundation for today is to begin the process of making some small changes. We don't want to scare you, and it's not about that. But you've got to realize that maybe you can skate by for a couple of years and not change anything. But a couple of years after that, the first kids are going to arrive who grew up at 1 or 2 years old with an iPad in their hand. And you're doing the same thing that you were doing 20 years ago, and that gulf becomes bigger and bigger and bigger.
We would like every student to start with creating a digital portfolio. We are preparing them for life after high school. So that's one of the things we're going to do. If you don't know how to do that, we're going to show you a demo of that. But a lot of it, guys, all you have to do is say, get a digital portfolio put together. The kids will do it. They'll figure it out. They'll find a way. They already know how. We want them to become producers of knowledge, owning their learning. And then they'll present in small group and classes. That's happening right now. But let's just think in terms of the consumer producer concept.
How do you imagine this happening? With a lot of consternation in the process. Begrudgingly at the start, but I think eventually they'll embrace it and say, good idea.
Secondly, we have to recognize that most great learning happens in groups, that collaboration is the stuff of growth.
So I think for both of those things, I can have the kids do them all, run that through. When they're all done with them and they've saved them, then I can have the whole come in and maybe do a little presentation on how to set it up.
The next generation of kids grew up with smartphones. They're so much faster than we are. You just have to ask them, what's a good way to post this? And they'll know. They'll tell you 10 ways.
When they go to college, they're going to have to read.
But that's not the way it is anymore. I mean,
you
from
still
that
have to write
standpoint,
essays, but it'll be...
I haven't taught advanced kids in 20 years. But that's the point. That's the point of producing, getting kids to teach kids.
Right, exactly.
I feel like I already have everything I need to do that.
Folder as well, and you can put questions in that also if you're on your phone and you want to do it from that way as well, and that'll be live and we can see those things as we're looking at them, especially during the breaks. We'll go back in and look at those questions occasionally. So if you have questions, feel free to put those either in open class or over there into the parking lot, and we'll address those at some point. Maybe not today, but over the next week or so, we will address those and come sit with you if your name's on it. If your name's not on it, we will try to address those things. Just know that we understand what the needs are to do what we're doing, but I do believe to really get year one, we have everything we need. Could we be better? Absolutely. It can always be better. Could we always do more? Absolutely. Could we always have more technology? Absolutely.